Under the burning sun of Kenya, donkeys strain to pull water carts, their strength sustaining entire villages. Yet across the ocean, a different story unfolds. Inside modern factories, these same animals step onto cold conveyor lines, stunned, bled, skinned, and frozen. Each year, more than 4 million hides vanish, transformed into ajiao, a luxury medicine that elevates the donkey's value far beyond its humble labor. Welcome to AgriWorks USA, where we uncover the hidden realities of global agriculture and food production. Today, we journey into the controversial world of donkey farming and processing, a trade that stretches from African rangelands to Chinese pharmaceutical factories. We'll explore how donkeys provide not only meat and milk, but also skins worth hundreds of dollars each, fueling a billion-dollar industry. So join us as we reveal the untold story of how this resilient animal, once a symbol of toil, has become a contested icon of profit. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the hidden truths behind your food. Donkey farming today operates on two very different scales. In much of Africa, particularly Kenya and Niger, donkeys are still raised under extensive systems. Herds graze freely across arid rangelands, subsisting on thorny shrubs and dry grasses where other livestock would starve. Farmers invest little in infrastructure or feed. Instead, the animals provide vital labor, hauling water, transporting goods, and occasionally supplying meat or hides for local markets. This model reflects centuries of coexistence between people and donkeys in some of the harshest climates on Earth. Half a world away, however, intensive farming models are reshaping the industry. In China, large-scale facilities house thousands of donkeys in climate-controlled barns. Carefully balanced diets of hay, maize, and supplements aim to maximize growth rates, milk yields, and hide quality. Veterinary oversight ensures low mortality and higher productivity. In Europe, especially Italy and France, smaller intensive farms specialize in dairy. Italy alone produces about 40,000 liters of donkey milk each year, valued for its hypoallergenic qualities and use in cosmetics. Together, these two systems, low-input survival farming and high-input industrial agriculture, demonstrate the donkey's extraordinary adaptability, anchoring its role in both traditional livelihoods and modern global markets. Despite their reputation for toughness, donkeys need careful management to remain healthy and productive. In rural Africa, many survive on thorny scrub, crop residues, and dry grass, their efficient digestive systems extracting nutrients from forage that cattle could not use. But long droughts still weaken them, causing weight loss, infertility, and exhaustion for families that depend on them to haul water or goods. Intensive farms in China and Europe follow stricter regimens. A balanced ration typically includes hay for fiber, maize or barley for energy, and soybean meal for protein. Clean water is essential. A working donkey may drink 15-20 liters daily, particularly in hot climates. Salt and mineral blocks prevent calcium and phosphorus deficiencies that can damage bones and hooves. Basic veterinary care, tetanus vaccinations, parasite control, and regular hoof trimming further safeguards welfare. Animal welfare has become central to modern management. Overworked donkeys often suffer wounds and lameness, prompting research into precision feeding systems and ergonomic harnesses. These innovations reveal a key truth. Sustainable donkey farming is not about pushing animals to their limits, but ensuring they can work, reproduce, and thrive over a long, healthy lifespan. Do you think the cost of feeding donkeys is cheaper or more expensive compared to cattle or sheep? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to follow AgroWorks USA. The journey from farm to factory transforms the donkey from working animal to commercial product. Once they reach market weight, usually at 2 to 4 years, donkeys are transported in specialized trucks designed to reduce stress. Upon arrival at the abattoir, they are rested in water to stabilize body temperature and improve meat quality. The slaughter line operates with precision. Donkeys are guided through narrow corridors to the stunning area, where they are rendered unconscious before bleeding. Skinners carefully remove the hide, valued separately for agio, while ensuring the carcass remains intact. Internal organs are removed, inspected, and either discarded or redirected for secondary uses. The carcass is then washed and trimmed, passing through a sequence of hygiene checkpoints under veterinary supervision. Unlike cattle or pigs, donkey meat is typically processed as whole carcasses. After rapid chilling, they are blast frozen to below. You're at 18 degrees Celsius, vacuum-packed and boxed for export. Nearly all exports from African and Asian plants are shipped in this form, extending shelf life for long journeys to Asia and Europe. This streamlined yet rigorous process reflects the donkey's dual role: a humble beast of burden at home, but an increasingly globalized commodity abroad. The transformation of donkey products begins with milk, one of the rarest commodities in animal farming. Because a jenny produces only 0.51 liter per day, milking is performed carefully, often by hand or with small-scale suction devices designed for delicate udders. Each session requires strict hygiene. Udders are washed, first streams discarded, and the milk quickly filtered into sterile containers. To prevent bacterial growth, it is chilled within minutes, then pasteurized at low temperatures to preserve nutrients. From this stage, dairies channel the milk into fresh bottles or further process it into cheese, yogurt, or freeze-dried powder for cosmetic use. The hide undergoes a far more complex journey. Once removed during slaughter, skins are cleaned of residual fat and flesh, then stretched and dried in controlled environments to prevent spoilage. In China, these dried hides are boiled for hours to extract collagen. The liquid is filtered, concentrated, and cooled into gelatinous blocks. This substance is then cut, dried again, and refined into agio, a solid resin. Modern factories employ stainless steel tanks, vacuum evaporators, and quality checks to ensure consistency. Yet the method still echoes ancient traditions of boiling and solidifying donkey hide. From sterile dairies to simmering vats, processing turns perishable resources into durable, tradable products ready for global markets. Did you know a single donkey hide can sell for as much as $300, $500? Would you choose to use agio if it were marketed as a health booster? Let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. The global donkey economy thrives on rarity. Unlike cattle or goats, donkeys reproduce slowly, just one foal per year, making both milk and hides scarce and valuable. Donkey milk can reach $30 per liter in Europe, marketed as a luxury product in gourmet foods and high-end cosmetics. Similarly, hides for agio command $300, $500 each in China, where annual demand exceeds 4 million skins, far outstripping domestic supply. This gap has shifted sourcing to Africa, particularly Kenya, Niger, and Ethiopia, which have become major exporters despite rising concerns over animal welfare and sustainability. Meanwhile, specialized dairies in Italy and France focus on premium milk, cheese, and skincare, branding donkey milk as a niche alternative for health-conscious consumers. Though less prominent, donkey meat is also part of this growing market. In parts of Africa and Central Asia, it is consumed locally, while exports increasingly target Asia and the Middle East, where leaner proteins are gaining popularity. Together, these products have transformed the donkey's role from a beast of burden into a global commodity, linking rural farms and abattoirs to billion-dollar supply chains and international luxury markets. The rapid commercialization of donkeys has raised profound ethical concerns. Once valued as loyal work animals, they are now often reduced to raw materials, processed for milk, meat, and especially hides. In China, the booming Ejiao industry drives the slaughter of millions each year, sparking criticism from animal welfare groups who argue that donkeys are sentient beings, deserving of protection, not exploitation. The ethical dilemma deepens in Africa, where donkeys are vital for rural households, transporting water and goods. When they are sold or stolen for export markets, families, especially women, lose their only means of livelihood. Meanwhile, in industrial plants, animal rights advocates question whether stunning, bleeding, and skinning donkeys on assembly lines can ever be humane, even with modern regulations. Balancing cultural traditions, economic incentives, and animal welfare creates a difficult moral equation. For many, the donkey's shift from companion and helper to commodity feels like a betrayal of trust. Do you think exploiting donkeys for their hides to make Ejiao is ethical? Share your opinion below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get more insights from AgriWorks USA. Donkey farming presents both promise and peril for the environment. Unlike cattle or sheep, donkeys are resource efficient. They need little water, survive on sparse forage, and thrive in deserts where other livestock fail. This adaptability makes them a crucial ally in a warming world. Yet rising demand for donkey hides, especially for Ejiao, has tipped the balance. In many African nations, donkeys are slaughtered faster than they can reproduce, eroding local herds and biodiversity. Left unmanaged, herds also risk overgrazing, stripping shrubs, exposing soil, and driving desertification. The processing stage deepens the strain. Abattoirs and hide-boiling plants consume heavy amounts of water and energy, while untreated effluents pollute rivers and farmland. What emerges is a paradox. The donkey's ecological resilience is undeniable, but the environmental burden of industrial exploitation poses one of the greatest challenges to its future. As donkeys move from dusty village tracks to high-tech factories, their future hangs in balance between survival and exploitation. On one side, they remain vital partners for rural families. On the other, global demand for meat, milk, and Ejiao drives industrial-scale processing. The challenge ahead lies in finding a sustainable middle ground, where economic value does not eclipse welfare and ecosystems. With rising debates on ethics and environmental costs, the donkey industry faces a turning point. Innovate responsibly or risk backlash and decline. If you found this journey eye-opening, share your thoughts in the comments. Should donkeys remain working animals or global commodities? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join AgriWorks USA in uncovering the hidden truths of farming worldwide.